How can you make the most of marketing in a disaster? Well, this year the smart marketers worked out that how they align to the problem helps people understand their unique viewpoint. Now, today I'm joined by Amanda Natividad, who is the head of marketing at Growth Machine, as we look at Amplitude's email announcing a report that they wrote on the impact of coronavirus. You ready? Let's go! Okay. Hey Amanda, how's it going?
Good. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, very good. Cool to be speaking today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
No, my pleasure. So what do we want to look at first?
Let's look at the Amplitude email.
All right, I'm just going to share my screen with you. You can tell me if you see this. You see that?
Yep, great.
All right. So I've actually got a screenshot of the email rather than the email being there itself. So you sent this one over.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
Yeah. So I sent this because I love email newsletters and I love B2B thought leadership content. A lot of it because with my background in B2B content, I know a lot of love and work goes into this kind of, white paper and long form content. So I love seeing it. And I think this report itself is actually really interesting. And I think for people who don't know, Amplitude is a data company. The way I know it was they provided a dashboard for segment IO data, so a way for you to view segment data. And so in this email, I'm going to say I feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity. For this, the sender is Eric Bauer, who I assume is maybe their content marketer. But I was kind of new to Amplitude's emails and I didn't know who he was. So it was just kind of weird to see his name
Yeah.
in my inbox. And then the subject line of this email is something like new data reveals COVID's digital impact, which is interesting, but not knowing the name and not really knowing the subject line, I actually thought it was from my doctor's office at first. I didn't know what it was.
I
Maybe
love
it would have
that.
maybe it would have been good if they did like in parentheses in the subject line, like new report or
Yeah.
free report or something like that. So there was that. And then in the email copy itself, like I do think they do a good job of teasing the report. And especially because, for Amplitude, it's a data company, I am really curious about what they found on COVID. But then they have this paragraph down here about product intelligence.
Right.
And
This
now,
one here.
now I'm just sort of confused because I thought this was all about the digital report, but now they want me to go to a product intelligence thing. I don't know what product intelligence is.
Yeah.
So like, which one do I read? And there isn't really a singular call to action.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't capture the guy's email address here when I took the screenshot. So sorry about that. But you're totally right. Like not understanding who it comes from. So a lot of companies will do, did we say Eric? I think
Yeah, it's Eric Bauer, I think.
yeah. So a lot of companies in SaaS will do Eric from Amplitude as the kind of sender, and that makes sense, right? Because Amplitude's not your doctor's office, unless you go to like a super trendy doctor with a really big branding problem. Uh, but I actually really like this email as well. When you sent it over, I was like, oh, what's like? I can't quite put my finger on what that is even saying to me. But as I sort of looked at it for a second, I thought, okay, I see some of the alignment here. Um, but I think you're right. Generally, it feels like it misses something. Like it's almost missing the mark.
Mm-hmm.
So
I will say that I do love how simple and clean the format is, like,
yeah,
and how overall the copy is not too long, it's not intimidating, it is pretty easy to skim. And I
yeah.
think this is also a case of like, when in doubt, less is more. Like I like that it's not over designed, and that it is pretty straight to the point.
Yeah, I think everybody in B2B SaaS is like obsessed with what is it, Seth Godin maybe, who said people write text emails or something like that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to write the text email. It's way more common in like B2C to see kind of well-designed emails and things like that. The first paragraph here is a killer for me. It's so good.
Mhm.
I just think like, wow, I can read that. I almost hear that in a, like the film trailers from the 90s where you would have the guy reading "In a World." We were surprised by the numbers, and we're a data analytics company. That's what I hear, and it draws me in, if I'm honest. But then the second paragraph, just like it totally bores me. Uh, in this digital report, well, like, yeah, firstly, yes, you're a software company. You're going to send me a report, and it's going to be digital. You don't need to specify, but and then I just thought it's like it doesn't pique my interest. And if I open it up, am I going to get like the LinkedIn lead magnet kind of thing where it's like I could download it with just a URL if I wanted to? What are you going to ask me for? And stuff like that. Um, but yeah, but then weirdly it got me back because I found myself going to the question, what's it going to take to win in this new world, which I think is really compelling. That's in this third paragraph here. I think that's a really compelling piece of copy. What's it going to take in this to win in this new world? Like that feels like it's a data company, so they probably know, or they probably have some inkling. They've already told me about being a data analytics company. Also, that's really related to somebody's key interest, which is winning in software sales effectively. And yeah, it's interesting, right?
Yeah. I do think they could have added a visual to this, like maybe a sort of fake cover of the report,
Yeah,
and then maybe a call to action button of, click here to download your free report.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's right. And I think the other thing about it is it weirdly doesn't feel like a personal email, despite the fact that it's written in text.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it does still feel like kind of a company announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know why they've done that, because um, they switch from kind of pitching the report to pitching their product to pitching the report and pitching the
Yeah.
product.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, am I being sold something here, or am I being informed?
Yeah.
And it puts me on edge a little bit, but I can't get away from how much I love that first line, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's a good first line. It is.
And then again, so just coming back to the kind of the sales thing, all the way down at the bottom here, it's like a PS. And for me, if they'd put PS, it would have just sort of made me feel so much more okay about the whole thing, because it just would feel more human. Um, we were talking before the call about being aligned to coronavirus in a really human way, and it feels like that might have been a really good opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I would say they shouldn't have had this call out at the bottom, but I'm just imagining the senior marketing manager, whoever, like saying, wait, we need to convert customers, we need to get people to do demos, we need to do this.
Yeah,
But my thought is, yeah, people know that. People are already in your email funnel. They know they can reach out to you if they want to if they want to schedule a meeting. Like,
yeah.
but
So so the takeaways from this one, what would you say?
I would say, like the clean, minimal format. Um, I do think they should have chosen one singular goal with this, which I think was to inform people. Um, and then I think they should have really focused on sender name and subject line alignment there, because that's really
Mm,
like the first. I mean, that's the first touch point with this email. It's you deciding whether or not to open it.
yeah, yeah, I totally agree. The language as well for me. I wonder how well the language actually lands with real readers. I mean, I use Amplitude, and it had me on a roller coaster. But maybe that's because I overanalyze copy. Maybe I'm not a normal user. Cool. All right, Amanda, thanks. That was really interesting. We'll see you
Yeah,
again.
cool.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that teardown. and we're going to do more of these in the future. So I want you to do this. I don't want you to subscribe on YouTube. Frankly, I want you to subscribe to the Positive Human newsletter. Now, this is a collection of the best B2B SaaS resources that I found on the internet. I add original commentary where it's relevant, and also add in these original teardowns too. It comes out twice a month, and it's free. So you go to positivehuman.co. I'll put the link in the description, and you just enter your email address and sign up, and you can access the library of resources there. It's searchable in real time. All right, see you again soon. Bye.